This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we have a Maytag Performa top-load washing machine. This also works for the Maytag Advanta top-loading washing machine that isn't spinning well. We're just going to go over some ways of testing the functions of the washer and some things you can do to help it to spin better. There's a lot of different things that can cause a problem with the spin cycle. I'm pressing in right now on the lid switch, and by pressing in on it while it's in the spin mode, I can see that it does spin. So I know that the lid switch is working well. Sometimes these will not spin fast enough and not wring out the clothes, or they might even have a burning smell and be burning up the belts. We're going to talk about how to fix that. Closing now, and we're just testing the agitation. Looks pretty good. This is on a small load, and we're just on the first part of the cycle where we're getting the agitation. It looks pretty good. Sometimes a washer like this will agitate well but won't spin well or not spin fast enough because something may have been caught between the tub and the spin basket due to overloading. And if that's the case, it will try to spin but probably won't go fast enough. That also could cause a burning smell coming from the bottom because the belt is trying to spin the spin basket, but because it's stuck from the clothing caught, it just can't spin fast enough. So testing this one though, looks like the spin's pretty good. It gradually goes faster and faster and faster. So the overloading causes socks or underwear to get caught between the spin basket and the tub, and it necessitates taking the top panel off and then taking off the top balance ring and then fishing out the clothing item to get that out. There's also some problems that can happen underneath the washing machine that we're going to cover next that deal with a part called the thrust bearing. And we're going to explain how that works and how you can adjust it or replace it if it's worn out. So this spin feature looks pretty good, but if there is something caught in between the spin basket and the tub, it would spin a lot slower. Probably be getting some burning smell from the belts, and sometimes it won't even be able to turn the spin basket at all when something's caught in there. So that's just something to be aware of. If this video is helping you, please consider pressing down in the lower right hand corner of your screen the subscribe button, and that really helps our channel. We're going to unplug it and we're going to tilt it back. Just check the pulleys underneath. So pull this out away from the wall a little bit. We got room. Okay, we'll try tilting it back now. I'm gonna bring it a little further forward. Okay, we're underneath it, so we're just gonna get the belt off. And you can just pull it and kind of pull it towards you. As it turns, it'll come off. So sometimes when the machine won't spin, this is the motor here, just make sure that is moving, but that's usually not the problem. This is more commonly the problem. This is the drain pulley, and when it's smoking and not spinning, a lot of times this thing is just seized in place and you have to replace the whole pump. But this one's doing good. So on the pulley here, what you can do is just grab it and turn it counterclockwise. And it should start to spin. So I can feel it spinning. That's good. You can see this part of it spinning too. So you have a visual reference. So now I'm going to turn it the other way, and it should start to do the agitation, which we wouldn't be able to see.
but it's turning good.
So what's supposed to happen when it turns clockwise, it's supposed to activate the brake, and then also it changes something in the transmission and makes the spin basket lock in position, but the agitator will move back and forth, and that's our agitation mode. When you turn to the left, it's supposed to release the brake and engage a connection with the spin basket. So then as the motor's turning counterclockwise, it'll gradually pick up more and more speed on the spin. Sometimes though, when the thrust bearing wears out, you'll get a really loud noise during spin, or maybe the brake won't quite release, so it'll start to burn the belt, or it won't spin fast enough, or it may not spin at all. And by putting on a new thrust bearing, usually that'll correct the problem. And they're not that hard to put in. You can get a retrofit kit pretty cheap. It comes with a new pulley, comes with a new thrust bearing, and some good instructions on how to replace it. But pretty common for them to wear out maybe after about 6 years of use, and easy to replace and pretty inexpensive to replace. So when it goes to the right, it should lock the spin basket. To the left should unlock the spin basket.
And you didn't see this one moving. Could be a worn out thrust bearing. And this one moves sometimes it doesn't. I don't see this thing moving all the time, so could be it's time to replace the thrust bearing. So to replace it, just want to use a standard head screwdriver to pry off the circlip. I'm just pushing that off, and now this one will come off. Just keep track of how these come off. Just take your time. So maybe stack them, like put the circlip, then put this one on top. Then this one comes off. That, and this one will come off like that, and then this is the next washer comes off. There's a washer on top of that, and then there's this thrust bearing comes off, and this one comes off like that. So now they're all stacked the same way we took them off. Just trying to think if there's one more. Oh yeah, wait, here's one more. This one comes off. Agitation, let's try spin.
So in this case, by removing the thrust bearing and the pulley underneath, and then putting everything back on and getting it nice and tight, and we're able to get a nice spin function again. But usually you probably would need to put in the new thrust bearing kit. I think we just tightened it up a little bit today, which made it work better, but probably won't last for much longer. So it is recommended to put in the new thrust bearing kit that comes with the new thrust bearing and the new pulley. And again, pretty cheap, pretty easy to do. We'll put a link in the description below so that you can order one up.
Thanks for watching our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. And also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you.
Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com, with any of your questions. And also, if you need to have a FaceTime meeting with me or a Zoom meeting, you can click on one of the links below in the description, and we can set up a 15-minute or 30-minute video conference where we can work on your appliance problem. So thanks again for all your support and for watching the video.